James Harden was an absolute nightmare last night. He went more than 20 minutes of this game in the second half without taking a shot. Elimination game. Backs against the wall. Embiid has a torn thumb and a fractured face. And James Harden decides to go nearly half the game without taking a shot. What does this tell you? Well, it tells you a lot. Remember, James Harden wanted out of Houston. Can't win here. They're tearing it down. I got to get out. So he forces his way out of town by being a slug. Goes to Brooklyn. Oh, I'm on a winner. Triple-double here. Invigorated. Points, assists. I'm doing great. Suddenly, got to get out of here. Don't want to be around. Maybe it's Kyrie. Maybe it's KD. Maybe it's Brooklyn. Doesn't find a house he likes. We heard all these types of rumors. Too much traffic, whatever. Get me out of here. Gets traded. First 2 games in Philly. Triple-double. This is great. Love it around here. Points, assists, rebounds. Then suddenly, nothing. Quiet. Crickets. What is that? What is this? James Harden, game 3, suddenly turns back the clock. 31 points. Goes off in the fourth quarter. Can't stop shooting threes. Game 6, nowhere to be found. MIA, AWOL. It is so maddening to believe in James Harden because he clearly turns it on when he wants and clearly turns it off all of the other times. If you are the Sixers, there is no way to trust James Harden. You can't do it. And the most sickening part about last night was the guy that gave no effort, none whatsoever in James Harden, who didn't sense, I've got to pick up the slack, was doing his ghost man walking bit as the guy that you had to give away. Jimmy Butler was giving the Heat everything that you needed that Harden wasn't giving you. Buckets, hustle, rebounding. Jimmy Butler understands the moment. He's a grinder. He's a workaholic. He's a dog. He wants the moment. He wants the ball. He wants to win. He is committed to that fact. Everything the Sixers need is in Jimmy Butler's game. And everything they got from James Harden was completely a bust. Last night is such a reflection on Harden. Because, yes, there are other players that can step up. Poor luck just to have Joel Embiid injured again. Doc Rivers likely doesn't end up coming back. But Harden had the moment there of, hey, I've got to contribute. Hey, I've got to step up. Hey, I've got to do my part. And didn't not only not do it, he sat by and watched the world go by. Not only did he avoid the moment, he just watched life pass him by. He was a bystander. He was sitting at the Macy's window around Christmas just looking at the display. Wow, look at the elves. How do they make them look so realistic? Huh? Man, don't say, well, just the offense, ball didn't come to me. Ball didn't come to you. Come on. The excuse making. He doesn't want the pressure, doesn't have the desire, and it's just amazing that the Harden for Ben Simmons trade was the Sixers traded away a guy that didn't have a desire to play for a guy that doesn't have the desire to play. And when Harden says, well, I'll do what it takes to help build this team a winner, well, how about starting with doing something on the floor? It starts there. Maybe there's a calf issue, and that's factoring in. Maybe there's some age, and that's factoring in as well. But you cannot sit by last night and watch your brother, watch your teammate come back with a broken face and a torn thumb and have to do everything. It's embarrassing. Harden is embarrassing. And the Sixers end up flaming out yet again. Do you realize that over the last 35 years, the Sixers have only made one conference finals? The AI year in 01. They've only made one conference finals. After all of this, they can't even make the conference finals. They can't get out of the second round. And Doc last night, we'll talk about this as well. I mean, Doc, come on. After the game, getting combative and saying nothing was expected of us when I took over. Really? Because I thought you were brought in to be the final piece of winning a championship. I had no idea that people just shuffled you to the bottom like the Sacramento Kings. Didn't even realize that. And credit the Heat, because the Heat are everything that the Sixers are not. It's a team. It's everybody in it together. It's well coached and well constructed. It's a squad that does the little things, commits on defense, helps out one another. It's all of the things that a championship team does. We'll see if they can get by the winner of Celtics and Bucks. But they're the one seed for a reason. They're a damn good basketball team. They showed it last night.